when people have the babies and they send you the photo cards of, their kid that you've never met. Or when people get engaged, it's a picture of them and their fiancé in matching sweaters, awkwardly frolicking in the woods, because that's so natural. And they send them to you, and you're like, what am I supposed to do with those when you get them? Like, it's so weird, right? What I like to do is cut out the eyes and then put them up, so they stop judging me. Super weird when they come over, but then we just, drink through it. It's totally fine.
Hi, I'm Ellie. I work at TPT, and you are watching The Wrap. I'm here in David Gillette's stead. He will be back soon. Tonight, we're talking with Jenn Schaal, and she works here at TPT with me, and she's our resident funny bone.
Oh.
And we're going to talk to her a little bit about the comedy scene tonight, and I hope you learn a little bit about TPT and the fun people that we have here, as well as a little bit about our Twin Cities community.
That's a lot of pressure.
No. Just be yourself, Jenn.
All right.
You're going to be fine. So I want to know a little bit more about you and your history and how you got into comedy and kind of where that's taken you.
Probably about 7 years ago in 2007. So yeah, do the math. I studied art in college, so that's difficult.
Math is hard.
Math is hard.
It's hard.
I entered an amateur contest at Acme Comedy Company. They do one every summer. It's called The Funniest Person in the Twin Cities. So my very first time on stage doing that, 3 minutes in front of a sold-out crowd. It was awful and awesome at the same time. If that's
it's a thing.
yeah, and I got the bug and
Nice.
just met a bunch of people, and here we are 7 years later.
I love it. So you mentioned Acme, which is a local club in town.
It is.
And what are some others?
Well, Acme Comedy Company is actually ranked. It's one of the top 5 comedy clubs in the nation, so its reputation is amazing.
Yeah.
Additionally, in St. Paul, we've got the Joke Joint, which is just over the river in Lilydale. Really another great club. And then at the big old Mall of America, there's Rick Bronson's House of Comedy. We get a lot of national talent through there, too.
Who are some of your favorite local comedians?
my
Who have you
God,
worked
there's
with that you love? Or if people are looking at local clubs
Yeah.
and they see someone, who should they check out?
Well, I mean, open mic nights are a great spot to kind of check out what's going on in the local scene. Monday nights at Acme, Wednesday nights at the Joke Joint, Tuesday nights at the House of Comedy. But as far as favorite local comics go, Mary Mack and Tim Harmston, those are 2 of my good friends and favorites.
Mary Mack has been on Minnesota Original.
She has, I know. She's also my neighbor. So
Oh my
there's
gosh.
that. I know. We just have like comedy community everywhere. And then Maggie Ferris also is a local favorite. She was crowned America's next great queer comedian by The Advocate, so she's getting some national press. We had a lot of folks on Last Comic Standing season 9 this year, including Mary and Tim, Tommy Ryman, Pat Sussmilch, Nate Abshire. I think that was everyone. So those guys are all great to see too. We all do all this stuff together, so there's just so many folks that originate here, and it's great because there's so many places to work here. You can really hone your craft and go out on the road and do all that. Like, you don't have to be in LA and New York, but I do think that we kind of rank right up there with those places in terms of comedy as well. But my favorite experience was opening for Maria Bamford in Bloomington, Indiana last summer for
Amazing.
over 1,000 people, and just to have that experience of like, this is the kind of thing she experiences all the time, you know. To walk out on that stage and like not be able to see anybody, but say your first joke and have them respond with like that laughter. I remember having the thought, I said, okay, this is it. You need to remember this. Like, this is what it can be like.
Yeah.
And so I carry that with me.
Thanks so much, you guys. I'm Jenn Schaal.